I'm looking forward to seeing more representation of civil society organizations and grassroots level organizations in terms of least developed countries and small island states.
For us, gender is not male-female. It's looking at the intersectionality, looking at age, social economic background, disability, sexuality, location, all of those things.
It's about men and women building a relationship so that we can improve the lives of everyone. Because whether you believe it or not, gender is a lived experience and we all experience it differently.
Women, they face higher risks when it comes to natural hazards, as well as they shoulder a significant burden in terms of having resources to deal with the impacts of climate change after they happen.
So at COP24 last year, there was definitely a focus on the Gender Action Plan, the GAP. The UNFCCC sort of focused on how are women being represented on panels and side events. Are there equal numbers of men and women discussing at these different events?
There was a need to have a clear gender tool to facilitate mainstreaming and capturing data. It also spoke about having the ability to then interpret that data among civil society and present it in a format that you can have a dialogue with government so you can influence the policy-making process. And I think this second conversation really captured that.
What we're able to do is to indicate to the civil society organizations here ways in which they can work at the national level to liaise with their national organizations. We're giving them the tools to integrate gender in the negotiations at the national level.
So moving beyond just participation of women to actually thinking about how these international agreements that they come up with are actually gender responsive.
I'm also very hopeful that the delegations will have more gender balance in terms of males and females, youth, and other groups.
It has helped to better inform my understanding of gender issues, mainstreaming, being gender sensitive, having gender perspective. Now I understand what are the elements to incorporate when you think about those things.
From my own life, it would definitely enhance my sensitivities and my consciousness as to vulnerabilities. And not just look at vulnerabilities from my lens, but from my spouse's lens, from the other females around me.
I definitely have had my eyes opened into looking at how different groups of people are affected differently by climate change.
I think that we have done an excellent job as partners in continuing the conversation from Barbados to Jamaica, and we have some solid information to work with. What is left now for us to do is to put it into action.
Governments within the region have a lot to learn about the specific gender issues within the Caribbean. And so this conversation and working with CSOs has really brought to the forefront the different groups beyond gender and how they are affected by climate change in the Caribbean context.